Alright guys, brand new battle report today. This one is between my High Elf army and my opponent is Orcs and Goblins. This is a guy that I've played a few times before, Tomb Kings vs Orcs and Goblins and Tomb Kings vs Skaven, as well as High Elves vs Skaven a couple of times that I didn't show you reports of, but this is the guy that comes around to my place every so often, and the game has been played in my room, as you can see from the table that you might recognize from some of my earlier reports. Here is his Orc and Goblin army yet again. We've got Snotlings on the left-hand side. Good old Snotlings. Sorry the picture's so dark, but I'll show you some better photos later on in the report. We've got a very large unit of Savage Orcs. Well, in fact, three large units of Savage Orcs throughout the middle here with Trolls on either side, Stone Trolls. And this guy's been inspired by my recent attempt at playing Orcs and Goblins to just try some Savage Orcs of his own. He's got the BSB with Mork Spirit Totem in there for the extra 3 Dispel dice. He's got a Savage Orc, a Great Shaman, another Orc Shaman, and a Night Goblin Shaman, I think. So plenty of magic there, and Boar Boys over on the other side of the field. Now, next picture shows you my deployment. All of the entire army is down the other side of the table. I've just deployed this one lone unit of archers around the left-hand flank, well, my left. You guys will see it at the bottom right corner there, the 10 archers. I really just couldn't find a place to deploy these guys. I didn't want to deploy them in the center because there's hills blocking line of sight, and on the right hand flank there just was not enough room to put them down. So I decided to put them on the far left hand flank, go up into the forest and capture a table quarter later in the game, as well as maybe annoying his left hand flank, possibly even march blocking one of his units. See how it goes, but with angels / eagles there. And I've taken high magic, fire magic, and light magic for my 3 wizards in this particular game. But I'm just going to go to the next photo where you can see the real deployment. This is me just deploying in the opposite corner of my opponent here. Both rows in the forest. The white lines are positioned in the forest, but the trees are actually stuck into the cardboard there and can't be removed. That's why I've just placed 5 of them at the front there with the mages, as you can see, at the edge of the forest, just to show you that that's where the unit is actually deployed. The guys that are standing on the movement tray behind the forest are actually just sitting there waiting to be placed elsewhere because they can't actually be placed in the forest, but the real deployment is right up to the edge. Now, one unit of archers on the side there getting ready to shoot at the orcs as they advance, but everything else, all the chariots, both chariots, and an eagle, and all my characters and knights, dragon princes on the other flank. Now, next photo shows you a brand new model I've picked up this week. Haven't finished painting it yet. It is a prince riding a horse. And I've also bought the mage kit that you can get, and I've swapped the head from one of the mage plastic mages you can make with the prince. Now, this is a novelty build. I'm not using this for a tournament. This is just a fun mess around game with my friends, so I'm choosing a less than ideal build for my prince in this case. I'm not taking an archmage in this list. It's a prince. If you really want to send me a comment saying don't be stupid, prince on a horse is a really bad idea, plus his items are stupid, then I'll delete and ban you, because obviously this is not a serious build. It's just me playing around. The prince is equipped with a Radiant Gem of Hoeth, making him level 1 mage. He's also got the Silver Wand, giving him an extra spell, and a Power Stone, allowing him to throw 3 dice at a spell, or 4 dice even, on occasion. Now, that makes him a hybrid fighter mage type, and that's really interesting. He's also got the helm, even though the model doesn't have a helmet. Got the Helm of Fortune, allowing him to reroll his armor save, which is modified to 1+. So, very weird and wonderful and wacky build there for the prince, but I'm just trying it out for a laugh. Next photo shows you the left-hand deployment for the orcs here. Much better picture. We've got the Squig Hoppers there on the left-hand side, as well as the unit of 20 Night Goblins with 3 Fanatics in it, and the Savage Orc Boar Boys behind the grouping. And we can see some Orc Arrow Boys next to the forest on the right-hand side there. But first turn goes to the High Elves, so we're going to switch to the next photo. Don't think I have anything else to talk about. He's rolled all of his pretty much the best spells. War, Fist of Gork, Foot of Gork rather, Gork's Warpath. I'm really going to get stomped in the magic phase, whereas he's got like 10 Dispel dice or whatever it is. But going to the next photo. High Elves win the roll for the first turn. What's happened here is, sorry, this picture is actually taken during the Orc and Goblin turn when they respawn, but the first turn just results in me moving out of the forest with the white lions, moving around with the Dragon Prince a little bit, and what happened is that I flew the eagle over to the other side of the hill where he released his fanatics, which moved forward. I then shot 2 of them with arrows and shooting arrows and magic in the shooting and magic phase. And then in his turn, he charged the eagle, which was previously on the hill next to the night goblins. He charged them well. He moved into them with the squig hoppers. I'm allowed a charge response. I fled behind the dragon princes, and that has resulted in the picture you're looking at right now. So just imagine High Elves move out turn 1, the eagle moves over the other side of the board, fanatics are released, then Orc and Goblin turn, squig hoppers move into the eagle, which flees, and that's why it ends up back here. Just the lone fanatic remaining there. I'm going to have to deal with that before rolling around the flank with all of my knights and chariots, but in the meantime he starts pelting me with some serious magic, and I'm already down a couple of scrolls, believe it or not. Next photo shows you sort of what the positioning is like here. Planning on just moving some dragon princes onto the hill to threaten his big mobs of orcs coming down the center, while steamrolling around the right-hand flank and getting rid of the night goblins and bull boys with everybody else, and returning later once he gets a bit close to my lines. Pretty good photo, this. Next picture. The eagle has moved out, hasn't started march blocking yet, but hiding behind the forest hill rather, ready to fly out in a later turn and march block. In the meantime, the archers are getting ready to move into the forest. They've just marched up next to that forest and will prepare to move into it in the next turn. And generally, I feel like my opponent's been out-deployed here. He's left his blocks out in the center and really will have a long way to go, and he's going to be march block while this is happening, but he's going to have a long way to go to get to my side of the board. And he's invested a lot of points in these Savage Orc combat units, and they're not really going to see much combat until I've sort of got my troops into a position where I can actually defeat his guys in combat. So he's really fighting an uphill battle. However, he's dominating me in the magic phase. This is a list where I haven't actually taken the banner of sorcery. I've taken the banner of balance instead. Standard of balance on the white lines means that they won't have to worry about frenzy, and they are immune to psychology. But again, that's not an item that I would normally take in my kind of list. I'm just trying it out for fun. It's just a silly muck around game, this one. Next photo, what we've got here is eagle march blocking the orcs from around the back. Not too much they can do about that. But the trolls, yeah, trolls are hanging out as well, and the great orc shaman is giving his leadership bonus to those trolls to prevent them from being stupid. Next photo, ouch, you'll notice that dragon princes are missing from both units. Wow, great shaman starts pummeling them with Gork's Warpath, and I just couldn't stop all of his magic, and he's destroyed, I think it's about 5 dragon princes, 3 from one unit and 2 from the other already, so bringing the pain on. But in this turn, the eagle rallies, and what happens is I use some magic and shooting to get rid of the last fanatic, so I will be able to deal with this flank in short order. Next photo, it's his turn, and he moves the swig hoppers up into the hill and puts them in a great position there for me to charge them with whatever I want. And the fanatic's gone now, so